Hey, thanks for joining. You did it. Nice job. Introducing our project management trainer, speaker, author, and coach to thousands of professionals and organizations worldwide, including NASA, the U.S. Air Force, USACE, U.S. Army, the Department of Transportation, the FBI. Your friend, Phil. Over to you, Phil.
Hello, my esteemed project managers. I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to our FAQs regarding project management and the PMP exam. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of our contributors' questions. So our contributor to our show yesterday, Mr. Oz Azali, we're going to be taking a look at the question that came in from Oz. And the question is, hi Phil, I would like to get some lessons learned from you on landing the big project management positions. I have enjoyed viewing your video on acing the interview. However, I would like to learn more about getting to the interview. Also, if you could speak on dealing with the feeling of an organization hiring a project manager with 0 certifications in project management when another candidate has multiple certifications and experience. So these are very, very good questions. Right off the bat, let's talk about organizations that are involved in hiring for any project management position. Various organizations have varied approaches to project management. Some organizations, they don't care about certifications. Whether you have a PMP, a Prince 2, a CAPM, a CSM, an ACP, it means nothing to them, because they don't know the value of certifications, or some are just indifferent to it. Some hiring managers, because they come from the school of learning from hard knocks, they think that being certified has no bearing on anything. So some organizations and some layers and some departments in firms are very certificate averse. You can tell this when you go to an interview and you say you're a PMP. It means nothing to them. In fact, being a PMP is a ding on you. Why are you PMP certified? That's excessive. You don't need to have that. So some organizations are very certification averse, either because they're just blatantly ignorant, or you've got management who are stuck in the mud when it comes to certifications. They're just averse. They believe in the school of hard knocks only. Now, while the school of hard knocks is great, as they say, experience is the best teacher. At the same time, having knowledge that you can apply could give you some leverage in some instances, depending on the project. As the saying goes, or as my saying goes, applied knowledge is power. So you get the knowledge and you're able to apply it. It is really powerful. But some organizations, they couldn't care less whether you've got specific names, specific terms, specific ideas, very calculated ways of doing things. Some people prefer the ad hoc method. So it wouldn't surprise me if you come across companies like that, where having a PMP means absolutely nothing. All right? So what do I feel? What do I think about such firms? Such firms very quickly will become obsolete if they do not change their approach to managing projects, because the competition is going to phase them out. And this is probably their approach to other things. You can tell an organization from a mile away. If they've got this approach to one discipline, then they're probably going to have a lackluster approach to other disciplines in the firm, technical or whatever it is. So my approach would be, for such firms, I wouldn't even waste time. I don't want to waste time with backward firms. I want to find the firm, for me. And I was very fortunate to find this at Honeywell. And that's why I keep singing the Honeywell song, all the time, because it is the place, where I learned a lot and where I was able to apply a lot of what I knew, very, very accepting of structure, in managing projects, and order in the departments that I was able to work with, defense and space and IT effectiveness. So, being in an organization like that and going to one where project management is not regarded, or your PMP is not regarded, I don't want to go to those firms. I want to stay in the likes of Honeywell, at least in the departments I worked for. So that was fun. Okay, so that's my 2 cents. I wouldn't waste time working for such organizations, except I was going to be given the opportunity to improve how things were being done, be able to take their project management in a maybe different direction from where they are or where they were currently. If I'm not given that opportunity, I'm not going to waste time spinning my wheels if they're not change driven and motivated by doing things new. I'm not going to waste my time there. All right. So that answers your question. Can you speak about dealing with the feeling of an organization hiring a PM with 0 certifications? To finalize that and to round it up, I will just say that it could surprise you that some project managers with 0 certifications are actually the big dog in the room. Seriously, I've come across an individual who did not study for the PMP, actually a high school dropout. But this individual is a relentless project manager. Now, there's a difference between having knowledge versus not having a lot of the technical words for things, but having brute force tenacity. And that is what a lot of PMs lack. So in a situation where an organization employs a PM that doesn't have certifications, they may be justified. They may be justified if a candidate has proven themselves to be superior to another candidate in terms of pragmatism, not even in terms of knowledge, but just in terms of pragmatism, being able to pound the pavement, being able to drive schedules, being able to get things done, being able to go to the customer, being able to use communication, to leverage communication and human relations. If they can show and demonstrate that they're able to bring it and make things happen, they could leave a project manager who has certifications but isn't pragmatic and isn't driven. They could leave such PMs in the dust, to be honest. So while I would say organizations should be accommodating and accepting and evolve, in project management, at the same time, if a hiring manager said this candidate can make stuff happen, that one can't, I would understand. You see, my mentor, John Maxwell, who wrote this book, you can see the book, John, Intentional Living. Well, John gives, not in this book, but in a different book, John gives an example of moving with purpose and how he and a buddy of his were going for a job at a convenience store. And the manager said, okay, follow me to the back of the store. And John's friend followed the manager, just keeping up with him. And John, as he put it, was looking at the ketchup bottles. At the end of the day, he didn't get the job. And he wondered, why didn't I get the job? And the manager said, well, your friend kept up with me, so he got the job. And you were just looking around at the ketchup bottles and things on the shelf. So if someone can demonstrate the ability to move with purpose, with intention, to be able to get stuff done, even if they don't have a project management cert, hey, they'll probably get the job compared to the other person who may have the cert but not have the drive. Okay? So I hope that answers that one finally. And then lessons learned about landing big project management positions. This is a very big topic, but not to worry. I have an entire page where you can go. In fact, let me give you a hot link to it, Oz. It's tinyurl.com/PM hang on. Is it PM audio tips? Yes, tinyurl.com/PM audio tips. PM audio tips. tinyurl.com/PM audio tips. So if you go to the site, you need to navigate to the albums, because I've got a bunch of albums here. So if you navigate to music, I believe, music, and then look for this album, Job Seeker Motivation. It's totally free. I've got probably about 3 hours of content in this album, I think. 8 songs. It says songs. It's really audio. maybe a little bit shy of 2 hours. I'm not sure. But I've been putting stuff in here over the years to help project managers who are looking for a job to be able to get some motivation, to know what to do. So go check that out. See some of the tracks: breaking into project management, next level project management, job seekers motivation, how to be a project manager leader, how do you make a six-figure salary, planning out your week, the PM career interview, that's one to listen to, and where is your career headed? So those may be very good tracks for you to listen to. And in addition to this, out there you can find the book. It's titled Getting Rich in Project Management. And trying to find out where it's been sold. Believe you can get a copy on Amazon, but it pretty much addresses this same topic. So if you go there, that's it. Getting Rich in Project Management. There's the book. And I think this book may, really help, add some value, add some perspective, and some encouragement to you, as you go for that interview. It's called Getting Rich in Project Management. I wrote that, I believe, in 2014. Sometimes I lose count. Or was it 2012? I've lost count. Written too many of these things. But anyway, go check out that book, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. There's also an audio version of it. Okay, so pick whichever one works for you. But I hope that helps you, Oz. And once again, thank you very much for sharing your lessons learned. I believe lots of folks found it useful. And this is just the second day. Folks are already watching it and finding value from it. All right. So thank you very much for your question. Okay. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon, getting some correspondence and learning how the interview went. Take care, Oz, and bye for now.